guys, and as always, a huge welcome back to my channel. So 20 days since my last video, nearly 3 weeks, and I think we can all agree it's been a very eventful 3 weeks. So quite a lot's changed. So first of all, I just wanted to say to you, everyone out there watching this, hope you're keeping safe. Hope everyone you love is also isolating, keeping safe, everyone doing as well as they can in this situation. Lots has changed for myself. Of course, I'm rocking the post-apocalyptic haircut at the moment. Also on temporary layoff from my job, as is my fiance, as are most of my friends and family. So it's been quite eventful, but let's stay positive as well as we all can. Of course, you have stumbled onto Beardwatch. I know I've got a few of you watching since the beginning, a few of you have joined along the way, and on that note, 96 subscribers, guys. We're getting on very, very well. I think last time I chatted to you, I was in the early 70s. I think I was on 74 subscribers, so thank you to all of those new subscribers who are now watching. So just wanted to really do an update video. I've got a few comments to read. Of course, you can see the beard at the moment. I have just let it go because why not? There's no office to worry about. There's no customer-facing environment at the moment. I shave my head just because it's convenient. No barbers are open here in Canada at the moment, or in Vancouver at least. And for $25 just to buy a pair of clippers, just took it off, and now I can just wait that out. So you are now on Beardwatch and Hairwatch as we make these videos going forward. But as you can see, beard shaping up pretty nicely. Still got the large patch on the right side of my beard here. But it is filling up with those vellus hairs again, just kind of keeping an eye on that. But for the most part, I had a large patch on this side. Those of you who have watched my earlier videos, you would remember me starting off this channel with quite a sizable patch still on this left side too, which has been getting better with every kind of shave and regrowth cycle. So yeah, just kind of rocking the beard at the moment, and going to keep it for the foreseeable, shape it up a little bit, but I will give you updates on that as well. So flaxseed oil as well, I've been taking that constantly, so having 2 capsules a day. So again, whether that's contributing to the growth, it's always as good a guess as any. But yeah, feeling good, feeling positive, feeling healthy, and I think at the moment our health is what we should all be focusing on. So that's our physical and mental health. Of course, for those of you, maybe you've seen some regrowth, and this stressful time might contribute, and I'd say this is one of the most stressful times in any of our lives. I mean, in terms of just uncertainty, we don't know what's going on. So I could say at this point, our beards are the least of our worries. So this channel, of course, you're watching Beardwatch, you're hearing about Alopecia Barbae and my tips and kind of coping mechanisms and whatnot, my experiences. But this is going to be, a bit of a testing time. So let's just hang in there, everyone. And that's really all I can say on the situation at the moment. But let's get to some comments here. So I had a really good one. It's one thing I've noticed in the channel, guys, is you are starting to talk to each other in the comments. So building up a bit of a community here. So I did have a comment 2 weeks ago from Edwin. He says, I got alopecia a few months ago. Glad you made a channel for this. You're welcome, Edwin. Have you thought about microneedling using a derma roller? I'm going to be trying it and want to know if you thought about it. So I haven't, Edwin. I have not thought about microneedling. I know there's all of these solutions and treatments and remedies. I am au naturel, as long-time viewers of the channel will know. I'm not trying anything in terms of steroid injections, minoxidil, any of the products that you could get. I'm just using good old-fashioned patience at the moment. But the good thing was there was a reply to this comment from DK Vestergaard DK, so someone from Denmark, I believe. My alopecia barbae appeared around September 2019. I've been derma rolling my beard for half a year before I got it, because I tried to get a fuller beard that way. One day when I derma rolled, I noticed I had a bald spot on the center edge of my chin on the size of a coin. Then I continued derma rolling for a week, started to believe it only made it worse, which resulted in quitting the roller. Since then, he'd been applying garlic juice, and then I switched over to ginger juice because the garlic was too hard for the skin. Done with those things now, no convincing results in doing so. Here I am half a year later, still at the same bald spot. Maybe, just maybe, there have been improvements, but they're very small, and I'm still waiting and hoping for the time that will fix this beard issue naturally. I can't tell you if derma rolling will help, but I quitted the derma roller due to this problem. So Edwin, just something to consider there. This may have been a one-off case, but DK Vestergaard DK, obviously not responding too well to that treatment, and that was prior to Alopecia Barbae. But of course we don't know, there's not enough data on things like this for us to know if that was a one-off, if there were other issues and factors that caused the alopecia barbae. But right now, yeah, derma rolling, just gonna not try that for a little while. But it sounds like DK Vestergaard is also, you know, half a year later. So one thing I'll say in response to that comment is, of course, this does take a lot of time. I am someone that woke up in July 2018 with my first patch in my beard. It was just over here, the size of a quarter. And you're seeing the progress. You're seeing now from July 2018, we're nearly 2 years in at this point. It's been a very slow process, but I will remind everyone, maybe you're watching me for the first time, this side of my beard here was ungrowable. I had nothing on my cheek. This patch that was on the left side had spread up the left side of my beard too. And now, as you can see, it's looking nice and full. So this side is taking a lot more time, but there is still this, it was the same thing. There were patches all the way up, which are now covered in with some vellus hair as well as the darker hair as well. And what's happened in the center of my beard here is there was a very definitive line right down the middle of my beard, where the patches, when they were so distinct at first, that's what some of you new people may be suffering from alopecia barbae for the first time. That's something you'll notice, very, very smooth patches, very distinct lines, which then start to merge and blend together as the patches develop. But yeah, I had the distinct line, which is now covered over, it's almost like another column of my beard has been filled in now. So I'm just waiting, hanging in there, waiting to see if that continues spreading over the beard. I'm also getting hair at the top here, which is starting to come down, and I think over the next few months it's going to be interesting to see, because obviously I'm at that no fucks given point. Some of you may have been watching me just before I went off to Mexico, which seems like a lifetime ago now. That was in late January, but seems like a different time that we were just on the beach, not thinking about, you know, we were sanitizing a lot on that trip because Mexico, we heard, you just got to really stay on top of it in terms of that you can get stomach bugs and just things like that. Same with a lot of countries. Yeah, we were sanitizing, but under no pretenses of this coronavirus. There was nothing mentioned, nothing really popular knowledge. It was in Wuhan, but it wasn't kind of in every corner of the media at that point. So it's really bizarre to think that. I think we've all adjusted now to kind of this new way of living, at least for the time being. So yeah, here in Canada we have certain provinces are going on more of a significant lockdown, so Quebec, Ontario. Down here in British Columbia, we're slowly but surely closing all businesses. And it's, yeah, an adjustment, especially if you're an outdoorsy kind of person. And now it's just we go outside and there's still some people just not listening. There's still some people huddled together. There's people out on, you know, large group bike rides. So really, for the most part, we're communicating virtually, me and my friends. We're doing some FaceTiming, some group hangouts on Google and whatnot. So, so yeah, that's just my allergies, guys, I promise. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting time. So apologies if this video has been a bit of a tangent from our usual Beardwatch content, but of course there's a lot to talk about right now. Let's get into another comment here, guys. I won't keep you too long, but I do just want to read some comments. We've had a couple of weeks, nearly 3 weeks, to have a few more comments coming in. So let's do one here from Corey. I've had alopecia barbae for 5 years. It started right after a divorce. My beard continues to change and turn white, but I've yet to have the hair turn back to its original colour. Question is, has anyone had their beard go back to normal? So I responded to Corey and I just said, hi Corey, thanks for watching and sharing your experiences. Has your beard changed in the sense that you've seen more patches, or did it peak at its worst and slowly the white hair came back? We all started with a trigger, a big life event to cause the initial reaction. For some, total regrowth is possible. From what I've seen, it usually involves steroid injections or more drastic treatments. I've been riding mine out and have seen white hairs turning back to normal, just very slowly. I posted an update early in the new year where I had some new regrowth in the middle of my chin. At that point, there were a few small black hairs still sitting out. Now they're starting to make their way over the rest of the patch. Just monitoring it every few weeks and going with the flow. Right now, I'm not planning on any steroid injections or other treatments, just good old-fashioned patience. Going to post an update soon regarding COVID-19 and the next few weeks, so here we are on this very video. So Corey did get back to me. He's talking about stresses of life and obviously that being a contributing factor to the spread of his beard loss. and he just gave me a bit more information about him specifically. But I just wanted to focus on that question, guys. It said, has anyone had their beard go back to normal? So if there's anyone watching that's maybe recovered fully from alopecia barbae, comment down below, let me know, because obviously we're in this together. Some of you may be waking up with your first patch, some of you may have had it for the last couple of years like me, and there's definitely lots of different experiences for the people going through this. So let me know, guys, down below. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and we will continue talking about alopecia barbae even through everything going on outside the window right there. So it's good to talk to you again, guys. I just wanted to give you an update. I am still here. I am going to still be posting. I've got some great video ideas, and I'm in isolation now, so there's going to be plenty of time to talk about some various topics and give you updates whenever I can. So have a good afternoon, guys. Stay safe, and I'll speak to you all very soon.